What if I told you that Microsoft Access was the technological solution to government and corporate communication problems? Would you believe me? What if I proposed Access as a solution for government and corporate operational data and process management, as well as personnel, project, and material management? How about budget and financial management and analysis solutions developed in Microsoft Access? All of this is possible and more. It's also the most cost-effective way to develop technical requirements for most organizational needs, and it can serve as an active and usable platform to minimize individual work while also delivering a working prototype for the design of an enterprise solution. Using it to provide technical, graphical, procedural, data, and relationship requirements lowers development startup time, eliminating the need to flesh out the vagueness and generalities of most RFPs and decreases the size and scope of application development teams. Each of these statements is true, and we have in-depth experience demonstrating their validity in multiple organizations at multiple agencies within the federal government, our country's biggest spender. At Real Productions Incorporated, we specialize in delivering real results that improve efficiency, productivity, morale, and finances through low-cost innovation and customized training and coaching for organizations both large and small. We specialize in helping individuals achieve optimum efficiency by shadowing their daily computer interactions and programming Microsoft Access to perform those interactions automatically with results presented the ways the user wishes them to be. We standardize data models, processes, procedures, roles, and organizational relationships and interactions, data transfer and interaction policies between actors and organizations. We accomplish all of this by using Microsoft Access in ways that are rare to ever see. To demonstrate our development process and to see how an application can be created to minimize work, we present this case study. This presentation is the first iteration of requirements and applications development that we entitle The Popcorn Lady, as the name of her business is not yet registered with the state and to protect her identity. This story begins with a requirements meeting between the creator of the brand of popcorn she will distribute and our CEO and senior lead business analyst, Jeremy Marcus. What was gleaned were a primary set of initial requirements associated with the management and tracking of inventory and spending, as well as orders and projects. Minor cosmetic requirements were also gathered. May we present to you the Popcorn Lady's Central Intelligence Database. The key thing to pay attention to here is the application satisfies high-level reporting and low-level data entry requirements for the user by design. This minimizes long activities that have to be repeated each time a data point is added or modified. Also, this database was created just based on about an hour of discussion between the Popcorn Lady and our senior lead business analyst. For this particular application, there will be no need for networked access initially. The database will reside solely on the Popcorn Lady's desktop or home network. We'll dive right into the operations of the system designed to manage orders, inventory, and business plans after a 1-hour requirements discussion and 1 week of development time. Imagine if every one of your employees had a customized application to do their work, and the designer analyzed all their data to standardize and link all interactions without users taking actions to notify others of work in their queue, organization, or in relation to their respective activities. The finalized system would serve as a blueprint to an enterprise solution while also serving to minimize the workload of current staff, leading to the development of a perfect organizational data structure and a more efficient organization as a whole. To manage orders, the user clicks the Manage Orders button. The Order Management dashboard appears. On the dashboard from upper left to right, there is a report menu detailing several reports that can be viewed and/or printed. Each report displays order information slightly differently and is filtered based on potential needs. Additionally, this section contains a report that uses Microsoft Excel to display a 3-dimensional map that could be used to help the owner visualize her delivery locations or customer base. Below the report buttons in the same section is a button that states Open Sheet Full Screen View. This button will open whatever table that the user is viewing in the tabs below to full screen. The tabs show order information in detail, with POCs listed in another, and list the lead times on open orders in the final tab. At the top center of the dashboard, the user sees totals for completed, open, and canceled orders. The user can double-click on the number to view the information related to the total. Additionally, in that same section, there's a simple table that displays the orders based on the city they're destined for. Lastly, the form menu to the far right contains two buttons. One opens a form to fill in and review order details, and another gives the user the option to enter a new client. First, we'll enter a new client. This is the first data entry point of the database. The user clicks Enter New Client to enter a new client name. The client list form appears. Then, the New button is clicked. All fields are required for data entry except website. No duplicate names, addresses, phone numbers, or websites are allowed. The next data entry form is the Order Data Entry form. To access it, the user clicks on the Manage Orders button on the right-hand side of the Order Management dashboard or directly from the main menu. At the top of the screen are buttons for order navigation, deletion, and creation, as well as a button to add a new client. At the bottom of the form is also a record navigation feature built into Access. At the top left of the form is the same report menu that was on the Order Management dashboard. Beneath the report menu is an order list that displays all orders, whether completed or not. Double-clicking on any order takes the user to that order in the Client Order Details form. The remainder of the form combines 4 separate tables together in a way that allows for their relationship to be captured and presented seamlessly, without the user having to input any data themselves for the relationship to correlate. The main details is a combination of the client's information and the individual order transaction dates. Moreover, order POC details and order quantities and sizes are also connected to this form. This form provides the user with the ability to track varying and multiple POCs, multiple and varying order sizes and quantities, as well as the client's and order's main details, while also providing an easily navigable form to search through past and future orders from the same or different clients. The next form is the Inventory Management Dashboard. The same functionality of the Order Management Dashboard is captured in the top portion of this form as well. The only difference is the Open Order Ounces button is not functional in this first iteration of the database. The Summary tab displays total values used, purchased, and required of ingredients and supplies used by the client to support her business. The variance field in this report is programmed to display red when the number is negative, yellow when between 0 to 99, and green 100 and above. The Inventory Purchases tab shows greater and greater details associated with the cost of purchases down to the average cost of goods per ounce, manufacturer, and store purchase to assist the user in determining how and where purchases can be made to be most cost-effective. The Open Orders tab displays details about open orders ranging from the total amount of ingredients that will be required to fill current orders, to orders by clients and total ounces ordered, to orders by city, and an ability to calculate how many batches will be required to fill the open orders based on batch size in ounces. The Fulfilled Orders tab contains information about fulfilled orders to include ingredient total ounces used and by client, and total ounces fulfilled. The third data entry form is the Inventory Data Entry form. To access it, the user clicks on the Manage Inventory button on the right-hand side of the Inventory Management dashboard, or directly from the main menu. The only section to enter data is in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. All fields are required to add a new purchase. After entering all the data, the user clicks Add New Purchase to add the new purchase to the purchases table. Each entry should be exactly as it appears on the receipt, paying particular attention to the quantity and line item cost. Some grocery stores record each item separately, whereas others add each item and total cost to a single line item in the receipt, forcing a purchaser to have to divide the total cost by the number purchased to get the per item cost. The Inventory Data Entry form takes the total quantity and divides the line item cost accordingly for the user so that the total overall cost and cost per item and ounce can be shown side by side. At the bottom of the form are two queries, one displaying all the completed orders and the other displaying all the open orders. Each table can be expanded to full screen view. Double-clicking through the records is not functional in this iteration. Lastly, at the very top left is a button to update batch measurement. To update the total ounces required of each ingredient, the user simply selects the batch size and enters the total number of ounces of each ingredient required for that batch size. This allows the user to calculate how many batches are required for orders based on batch capabilities and how much of each ingredient needs to be on hand in order to fill them. Just a quick note here. To imagine how this table would grow in the future, we may see multiple product names with corresponding ingredients if product selection increases past a single item. Both record inventory purchase and create order request leads to their corresponding data entry form, then back to their corresponding dashboard, and lastly, to the main menu. The last section of the database that is currently active is the Manage Business Plan section. Clicking Manage Business Plan opens the Business Plan Management dashboard. The single tab below displays all the business plan details with budget and cost. The report is not currently programmed to perform any actions. The data entry form for this section of the database can be accessed by clicking Manage Business Plan at the top of the database. The Business Plan data entry form appears. The standard navigation buttons appear at the top of the screen. At the left of the form, there is a navigation table. Double-clicking on the plan name takes the user to that record. The center of the form contains the plan's main details. All fields except Project Manager are required fields. Once all the required fields are filled, the user clicks Save Record to save the record. The activity list is the lists of things at a broad level, all the steps seen that may be necessary to achieve a particular business plan. Once the user begins to research the execution of the activity, details that emerge are entered by clicking Elaborate Activity beside a corresponding activity. The Business Plan. Activity Details form appears. For each activity, the user may find that there are several steps that need to be accomplished. This form is how multiple activities can be seamlessly correlated with another activity within an overall project with several activities, with no user energy or effort. Creating reports with fully detailed queries becomes clicks of buttons rather than hours of work. This automatically creates structures that migrate seamlessly to applications such as Tableau and Power BI. Now imagine if every user in your organization or business had customized tools like the Popcorn Ladies Central Intelligence Database, all sharing data when relevant and taking actions that seamlessly orchestrate a traceable process from role to role. Then imagine if each user could build their own anything to organize, format, report, track, and manage their work automatically. Now imagine if each government agency and corporation had systems built in granular detail that could report at the click of a button their true performance from the lowest level grunt in the field to the CEO or president. Absolute transparency would be finally achieved. The result would serve as the technological blueprint to nationwide solutions. All they would need is the Windows operating system, Microsoft Access, and business analysts from Real Productions Incorporated. We've got you covered, and we're ready to empower you to achieve the best version of all you can be.